Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm also going to talk about Bitcoin in this video and a few other things as well. So we're looking at XRP on the one-day chart, sitting here just above 57.5 cents. Today was an exciting day for XRP holders. We broke above 60 cents once again. But then we pulled back down and people said, just like that, Ripple dumps on the XRP community. But you know, it's not just XRP pulling back. Bitcoin is also pulling back as well. It almost reached 64K today. And now people are saying we're going to see a new all-time high for Bitcoin by this weekend. If that happens, it's going to pull the rest of the market up with it as well, including XRP. But you know, this is nothing compared to what we're about to see in the very near future. Once XRP goes absolutely parabolic, that's when the excitement really begins. Right now, we're moving up and down a couple of cents either way. Wait until we're moving up over $1. Then the excitement begins. Just in, Coinbase CEO says the crypto exchange is dealing with a large surge of traffic. Coinbase crashes following Bitcoin pump. And we've seen this happen in the past. And you know, this could very well happen once XRP takes off. The exchanges could crash out. And just as you're getting ready to sell off some of your XRP. I want to prepare you for that now. Because if that does happen, wait till you see the FUD around that. You know, it kind of takes all the steam out of the excitement that we're going to be experiencing when that happens. But, you know, that's why I'm always hoping for better on-off ramps for the future. Avoid the exchanges. Coinbase reports that some users may see zero balances. Ripple partner roll match comments, not very institutional. Take a listen to this.
We want to take a check here on Coinbase because it said that it's aware that some users may see a zero balance across their accounts and may experience errors in buying or selling. This is according to a status update on their website. The company says the team is investigating, saying assets are safe. Coinbase shares off of the highs experiencing today. Remember, Bitcoin has been barreling past $60,000 and is only thousands of dollars away from a fresh record.
See, fresh all-time high. But a lot of people said they seen zero balance. Every account on Coinbase shows zero balance right now. That might be the trigger to a major black swan event around the corner. But other people said no. I simply just think Coinbase might be down from too much traffic. Seriously doubt a black swan will come from it. I don't see any black swan happening. I just see a lot of people pulling their crypto away from Coinbase because they're not gonna want this to happen again, especially when Bitcoin achieves a new all-time high. Leading partners of Axelar Network. The XRP Ledger integration is set to launch on May. Look at the partners there. MasterCard, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Provenance, Ondo Finance. And there's other partners as well that they have that they're bringing to the XRP Ledger. I think May looks really good for XRP because this could also be the month that we settle with the SEC finally as well. The XRP Ledger will be sought after in 2024. The XRP Ledger remains one of the longest running examples of a private tokenization blockchain, and in 2024 will be sought after to power successful transformation programs. Like I said, a lot of tokenization is also going to happen this year as well, adding more value to XRP. Everything going forward looks very good. And, you know, let me go back for a minute. So the day after, well, actually tomorrow, Ripple is going to unlock another billion tokens. Most likely, they will buy back at least 800 million of those tokens. But we're going to see a lot of FUD tomorrow once that happens. People act like we don't know it's coming at this point. It happens every single month. But Ripple buying back those tokens now, that shows the strength of Ripple, and it also shows you that there's demand for XRP as well. And as that demand grows over time, this cryptocurrency's price is going to go up with it. And a lot of people don't realize that yet. But, you know, we are getting close to that point because now we're starting to see things move much faster. This affects cash flow and access to liquidity, where their order size will be relatively small. Working with RippleNet, our solutions help clients with immediate settlement in a local currency and access to ODL, offering unlimited low-cost liquidity using XRP. No bank has unlimited resources, but Ripple XRP has unlimited low-cost liquidity. And that's exactly what I'm waiting to kick in behind the price of XRP. You know, everybody's still talking about ETFs. Other people are talking about an IPO for Ripple. I'm looking at the utility behind this cryptocurrency. That's going to bring way more value than any ETF or IPO. FedNow versus real-time payments networks. Meanwhile, FedNow is projected to increase real-time payment volumes by 5x with its 10,000 bank connections in 2024. So it looks like the Fed is pushing for more real-time payments happening on FedNow as well this year. And I think Ripple has a lot of partners that are tied to the Fed. You know, think about those 10,000 bank connections. All right, so how many of those have an NDA with Ripple already? And that they're ready to go live with Ripple as soon as this case comes to a complete end. Or maybe until regulations come this year as well, because I think that's also going to happen. Implications of a U.S. CBDC for international payments and the role of the dollar. So it looks like they're still pushing for a CBDC. Our main conclusion is that although a CBDC is unlikely to harm the international role of the dollar or worsen cross-border payments, the improvements that could come from a CBDC would also be realized by improvements to non-CBDC payment systems that are already underway. So what they're doing is they're creating the narrative for a need for a CBDC here in the United States right now. And a lot of people keep saying that's never going to happen because states are fighting back against the CBDC. Here's the problem with that. All it takes is one emergency situation, and the president can easily just sign an executive order. He could just sign a CBDC into existence because all the framework, all the laws are already there. Remember executive order from back in 2022 that he signed? That gave power to create a CBDC in an emergency situation. People forget about that, but this was the whole plan right from the start. And this is what they're pushing towards. And you could see it coming now. Because 10 reasons why an economical collapse is around the corner. I thought this thread was definitely worth a share. Credit card delinquency hitting new all-time highs. People might still be consuming, but they aren't paying off these debts. The masses are in huge debt they can't afford. I see people still buying brand new houses, building new houses, and their jobs do not sustain that amount of money. People buying brand new cars that shouldn't be buying brand new cars as well. And they're doing it because they're taking a page out of the government's playbook. Who cares if we're in debt? We're never paying this debt back anyway. Then the repo man comes and takes their vehicle, or they get foreclosed on in the very near future, because that's happening all across the country right now as well. Insolvent banks. First Republic and Silvergate were the first ones to collapse. At least 10% of banks are insolvent, and I honestly think these numbers are conservative. APYs are being offered to savings accounts, but they are leveraging these customers' funds. Money that doesn't actually exist is just fictional currency created out of thin air. Once the collapse starts, it will be amplified losses. And that's what's going on as well. And I think Basel III is going to be the last nail in the bank's coffin, because it's going to create such a situation that no bank is going to be left when everything settles. When all the dust settles, the banks are going to be an absolute mess once Basel III goes into effect. Student loans at the end of 2023 was estimated that 43.2 million Americans have federal student loans. For approximately 20% of these borrowers, there's at least between $20,000 to $40,000 of debt. The Gen Z simply doesn't have liquidity to pay for these loans. It's the same reason that they wanted to forgive student loans. Massive layoffs. UPS just announced 12,000 job cuts. Add to the equation that AI is just getting started and will trigger more layoffs. And that's going to happen at a massive level. Tax increasing. The IRS increased its tax bracket by over 5% for each type of tax filed for 2024. All of these factors impact negatively consumers that now owe taxes to the IRS, besides their credit card debts and their student loans. Auto loans. The delinquency for auto loans are rising significantly for auto loans too. International investments are dropping. The main investment countries in the U.S. are now getting concerned about the dollar's strength, as the interest on debt is getting nearly as big as the entire Department of Defense budget. Countries like Japan aren't buying debt anymore. Commodity price rally. Oil producers are likely to engage in new economic alliance such as BRICS that could trigger oil prices to increase significantly for Western economies, and that's part of the BRICS plan. BRICS are challenging the supremacy of the US dollar as well. Inflation is increasing exponentially, making it impossible for most citizens to earn enough for a decent living. Most are living paycheck to paycheck. And this is all happening right now by design, because they want you in a massive amount of debt. This way, when everything comes crashing down, they can easily convert you onto the universal basic income. And the same reason that Congress is now looking at AI again, because they know AI is going to take a lot of jobs as well. But none of this is sustainable. This cannot continue to happen. If it does, one domino is eventually going to fall, and it's going to be a very horrible time for a period. Then all of a sudden, a new financial system is going to come about, and CBDCs are going to go live in every single country, and people are going to be living on universal basic income. But because you're an XRP investor, a crypto investor, your life can be different. And that's what I've been telling you all along. Rich people are not going to go on UBI. They're just not. First off, they most likely won't even qualify for UBI. And then they're going to be told that they could use a different type of system outside of a CBDC as well. Because the elites aren't going to be using a CBDC. Most of the rich people, not wealthy, but just rich, will not be using CBDC either. Most likely they will be trading or using some sort of currency like crypto, and that's how they'll be buying things. But we don't know for sure yet. I'm speculating on where this can go from here. But what makes sense to me is that if you have money, you can avoid the CBDC. Because especially if you have XRP, think about it. XRP is moving CBDCs all around the world. What would make you think that cashing out one XRP would only be worth one CBDC dollar or one digital dollar? It would be worth way more than that. So even if you did live on the CBDC system, you could easily afford to pay for whatever kind of offsets that they're going to come up with for carbon and whatever else that you need to take care of to live your life normally as you do right now. But that's my thoughts, and I kind of let that get away on me. I need to stop drinking caffeine before I make these videos. But I want to know what your thoughts are on that, because I think we're getting very close to a CBDC in the United States. People could deny it all they want, but the more I look at this and the direction that the Fed's going in, that makes sense. Even this administration, now that Trump talked about never having a CBDC in the US, they're going to push for a CBDC faster than before because they're going to do it just to piss him off. Look at, they undid every single thing he did while he was in office, the second that they took control of the presidency. But we're looking at XRP at just above 57 cents, almost 58 cents right now. And this is exciting. You know, I can't wait to see where we go from here. Honestly, I would like to see Bitcoin achieve a new all-time high by this weekend, because that would absolutely pull the rest of the market with it, and crypto would get exciting again. Not just XRP, but I'm talking about all of crypto. You know, today was a good day. I didn't see people fighting the way they usually do until Coinbase went down. Then everybody was pissed off. Then when XRP dropped in price again, of course, you're going to get the Ripple dumping on the community FUD as well. But I think XRP is just moving with the rest of the market right now. A lot of other cryptocurrencies dropped as well. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.